Hey guys, and welcome. So right now it's about mid to late November, and every November as part of my department at work I participate in No Shave November. So I think it's November 19th right now, and so I've been growing this out all of November, and I really do like growing out my facial hair. I much prefer shaving, but it is kind of fun to grow it out every once in a while. And as you guys know from past years, when I do grow out my beard, I do trim up my neck and my cheeks. You know, I work in a professional environment like many of us do, and I think it just looks a lot cleaner and a lot more intentional if you've trimmed up the edges of your beard. You know, if I just kind of let this grow, it kind of just fades out down here in my neck. It just looks like I've kind of forgot to shave for maybe a couple weeks. So I really do prefer creating some nice lines here and up on my cheeks, because that looks very intentional, like I've grown out this beard on purpose, and then I think that gives a little bit more of a professional attitude to my facial hair, because sometimes facial hair can be considered unprofessional depending what industry you work in and who you're interacting with at work. So I last trimmed this up somewhere around a week and a half ago, and I'm definitely in need of a trim here. You can see I had some thicker hair growth up here. I kind of created a line there, but just kind of faded out down here with extra growth. So I'm going to be trimming this up down here and then up on my cheeks. So I just got a shower. My facial hair is nice, cleaned out, hydrated, ready to go. So for today's shaving soap, I'm going to be using the West Coast Shaving number 14 Sequoia. This is a beautiful scent from West Coast Shaving. So they partnered with Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements and have come up with a line of aftershaves and shaving soaps. And here is the soap. I think it's really cool in here because it says Phoenix Shaving on here. They're not trying to hide that. There's some producers and businesses out there that will partner with other soap makers to make them a specialty soap, and sometimes it's kind of like hush-hush, kept like kind of behind the curtain a little bit. I like that West Coast and Phoenix just kind of owned up right away and just said, West Coast basically like, we're not a soap maker, and we made this soap with Phoenix, and Phoenix just put right on here, we made this for West Coast Shaving. I like that. It kind of takes some of that murky behind the curtain stuff away. You just know who made it for who right away. Anyway, small aside. Well, this soap was blooming while I was in the shower. You just put some hot tap water on top of here. Helps loosen up the first layer of soap, so it's a little bit easier to load up in your brush. But don't get rid of the bloom water. It's very, very valuable stuff because it is filled with the soap. So I go ahead and I take that and I add it to the areas I'm going to be shaving, because it adds a nice first layer of soap on there to build the lather on. So like I said, I'm just going to be cleaning up my neckline and then cheeks, just because I kind of get these rogue blonde hairs that grow up from there. There we go. Go ahead and clean off my hand. Just dip it in some alum. I always keep a little block of alum here next to my sink, and I use it in every single shave. If you put it on your fingers, it just adds some nice grip to your shaving gear. Alright, for today's shaving brush, this is one I haven't used in a while, but I thought it'd be great for today's shave. This is the Smogue 620. It has a larger brother, the 830, which is just a bigger version of this. The 620 is a little bit smaller. I think it's a 22 millimeter knot, and it's short, loft tight here, but you can see it's very small, but it's nice having a smaller knot like this if you're working in small areas. You know, if you're lathering up your whole face, I like a slightly larger brush. But just for a little concentrated areas, I think this size is perfect for today. Go ahead, give it a light twist and wring out. You don't want to hog on those hairs because you'll rip them out of the knot, which you don't want to do. But no harm done if you just do a little light twist and squeeze. Alright, there we go. Go ahead and load up directly from the puck. And this knot has a ton of backbone. I think this shaving brush has the most backbone of any brush I think I've ever used. It's really, really sturdy. You know, for better or worse, you know, a good backbone is really, really good for loading up. I mean, I already have gobs of soap here. But it also can be just a little bit harder to sometimes work up a lather if you're not careful. But I haven't had any problems with this brush. I really do like it a lot. Going directly into a face lather here, just concentrating on my neck. pretty dry. My cheeks. Add in some water. I just have my sink here filled up with hot tap water. And I just dip the brush, just the first little bit of the hairs in the water there, to add some water into the brush to help build the lather. That's good. All right. So since it's been a few days since or like a week and a half since I've shaved, these lines are a little bit blurred, so I need to reestablish them here a little bit. So the angle that you should take on your neck is from the angle of your jaw to the top of your Adam's apple. So I kind of make those, and then I make a line there with my finger. And do the same on the other side. Angle of your jaw, just underneath it, not up on your actual angle, just tucked underneath your the jaw there, right at the angle. Down. Then I just look in the mirror. Yeah, those are nice and even. I just want to make sure I didn't do one side up and one down. That looked horrible. And then from here I just go down to where my sideburn naturally ends, and then angle straight down to where the mustache starts. Same thing over here. Down my sideburn, down to where my mustache starts, and I just check both sides. Nice and even. Good. You can always take off more hair, but you can't take off less than what you've already taken off. Alright, go ahead and start here on my neck. Oh, didn't even mention my Mercor 34C with a fresh Persona Lab Blue blade in there. These are my favorite blades of all time. I've been using them a little bit more than I have over the past year. I just love them. They're fantastic. Love my Mercor 34C. I really do like the two-piece razor here. You cannot use another safety razor handle with it because the base plate and the handle are connected, but it's just so easy. You just throw a blade right on there, hook it in, screw it on, and you're ready to go. And just make sure that the blade is appropriately exposed on both sides. Looks good. Get started here on my neck. So I'm just doing nice little light strokes right here to define the line that I marked out. Now shave down below that. I'm using nice light pressure. This is the most easily aggravated area on my face that I shave. If I use light pressure, it's not a problem. So on my way back, when I come back here, I'll shave up. Alright, cheeks, I just shave down to the line. Same thing over here. Alright, that's good. So I don't, if I'm just trimming up my beard, I don't really rinse off fully in between passes. I just get my hands wet and kind of clean it off like this. And I pull up some of the lather, usually it's sitting in my beard, and reapply it. Because that'll be plenty to shave with for subsequent passes. Same down here. But then I smooth it up. To show myself that line that I shaved before. There's no really rhyme or reason or any evidence behind what I do. This is just what I've taught myself and I found out works best for trimming up a beard. Alright, let me go ahead and finish up here. Cheeks, so I like going up right along that angle I did before. Creates a really nice line. Good. Alright, so now I'm going to shave up on my neck. Just feeling around. Feels good. Alright, that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and wash off my face. Alright, feels good. I'm really happy with that. Nice and smooth. Didn't miss any areas. And then I'm just checking the lines here. Good. Nice and even. Nothing I missed on either side. I'm happy with that. So I don't know how well you guys can see this in the video. I'm not sure how well the definition's coming across here. But this, in my opinion, just looks so much better. I have a nice clean line here. It just looks so much more professional. You know, I feel like I can go to work like this and represent myself and my employer very nicely in front of our clients, just because it just has a more professional look to it. That's my opinion. That's what I like doing. You guys can do whatever you want, you know, it's your own face, but that's the way that I view it. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and put on some Aftershave. I actually did pick up with this the West Coast Shaving Sequoia Aftershave to match this. This is an alcohol-based aftershave. And what else does it have in there? Alcohol, rose water, which is good for skin irritation, the fragrance, glycerin, aloe vera, and alum. Good list. A little bit of a burn, not much though. Alright guys, well thank you so much for joining me for today's shave. I know it wasn't a big full shave, but I'm just getting through No Shave November now, and I really did want to make a video since it's been a little while. But I will be getting back soon, and when it's time for this beard to come off, you know there will be a video coming. Please comment below what you'd like me to use. In past years I've used I've used a straight razor, I've used the Mula R41, I think that might be it, but I really am considering using the Mula R41 again. And I used that last year and it was awesome. It just mowed that thing down really easily. So I'm thinking about using that again. But let me know what you think. If there's another razor you really want to see, I'm definitely open for ideas. And also stay tuned this week. I'm going to be doing some giveaways. Through the years of doing Nick Shaves here, I have accumulated more shaving gear than anyone could use in their entire lifetime. I could supply 10, 20 guys probably for their entire lifetime, between shaving soaps, aftershaves, razors, razor blades, shaving soaps, all that stuff. And you know, there's just certain things that have kind of become like my go-to products, but there's other things I just don't use as much, and there's no sense in them sitting here in my drawer, in my closet, and not using them, because there's plenty of you guys out there who don't have as much as I do, just due to nature of having this YouTube channel. And so I want to pass it on. It's great gear, but it's just not some of my absolute favorite stuff. So instead of just sitting here and I may pull it out once every year or two, I'd rather just pass it on. So I'm going to be doing some giveaways coming up. So please stay tuned. Those videos will be posted here on my YouTube channel. It'll just be, to enter, comment below the video, subscribe, all that stuff, and you'll be entered. But that'll be coming up really soon. As always, guys, thank you for watching.